So hello students, welcome to my class and you are watching my channel A Journey with Physics. Today I have come with some problems on IIT JEE on NEET basis. Okay, so let's start the class and move on to the first question. Let's see. Find the electric field at point P. Look the figure, and here it is your figure. Due to the circular line segment whose line charge density is lambda. That is, the question is, due to this line segment which is making an angle 90 degree at point P of radius r line segment, due to this way we want to find the electric field at point P. This is the particular case and making an angle 90 degree. So before approaching this problem we want to solve the general one. And here it is, the general one and general figure, that we choose AQB, a line segment or arc AQB of radius r making an angle phi at point P, and we choose Q is the middle point of the arc AQB and which bisects the angle phi. So APB, so let APB is the phi angle and APQ and QPB be angle of phi by 2, because of Q is the middle point of this AQB line segment. So that is why the phi is divided in equally two parts, that is a phi by 2. Now we consider a line segment or small element dx, right? And this and this dx making an angle at point P d phi. So dx can be written as dx equals to r into d phi, because of r is the radius of this arc and d phi is the angle subtended at point P. Now the charge on dx is dq and can be written as lambda dx, as lambda is the line charge density or the charge per unit length. So for the dx length the charge will be lambda dx and the charge dq is lambda dx. So the electric field at point P due to this dx element whose charge is dx is dE 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square. It can be written as in this form according to the definition of the electric field, and this can be written as now in this way dq, and here we put the value of dq, and after that we put the value of dx r d phi, and after calculation we have found 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda d phi by of r. Now due to this dx the electric field at point P is in this direction, and it can be divided in two components if you consider an xy system at point P. So due to this direction this dE can be written into two parts. One part is this way and one part is this way. This way part we called sin dE sin theta, and this way part we called dE cos theta. Similarly if we consider another dx left side of Q point and whose value will be same 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda d phi by r, but due to this dx element the electric field at point P will be in this direction, and this can be also divided in two parts. One part is sin theta, that is of actually sin not theta, it is of phi, that is of d phi, we can written as d phi, so d phi, and another part is, so we have found that at point P sine component are exactly equal and opposite direction, and cos component are in the same direction. So at point P, net electric field due to this whole AQB arc will be summation of cos component. So here we have written in this fashion. So total electric field at point P will be due to the cos component of dE. So total electric field E dE cos of phi, and here we put the value of dE, and cos phi is written as in this form cos phi, and integration limit will be due to this minus phi by 2 plus phi by 2, because of Q is the exactly middle point of phi. So this angle will be minus phi by 2 and this angle will be plus phi by 2. So integration limit will be minus phi by 2 plus phi by 2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon lambda by r d phi cos phi, and this will be the constant. So we taken out outside of the integral form. So minus pi by 2 to plus phi by 2 cos phi d phi, and we know the integration of cos phi the sin phi. Here we put the integration limit, and after all these calculations we have found that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda by r into sin phi by 2, where phi was the angle due to this arc at point P. Now we come to this problem. This is a particular problem we have said earlier. So making an angle 90 degree at point P. So if we put the value of phi 90, then we found E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught root 2 lambda by r. So our exact result due to this arc of radius r making an angle 90 degree at point P will be this. So we have solved our problem. The problem was that, but we have chosen another problem. If the angle was set phi equals to 180 and the figure can be drawn as in this fashion, so that is of half circle, and due to this whole half circle you are required to find out the electric field at point P due to this whole half circle. And if we apply this relation and put the value of phi equals to 180, then we can find out the relation for this figure. The electric field will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda by r. Clear? So this you have seen now, but you are slowly or gradually understand that this relation is very much important, because of phi is now variable quantity, and if you put any kind of any value, then you can find out the any electric field relation due to the circular wire or half circular or any form of circular arc. Now coming to the point phi equals to 270, and the figure can be drawn in this fashion, because 270 is multiplied of 90 by 3, 90 into 3, so that means 3/4 circle. Got it? 3/4 circle. In this fashion you can read or depict the diagram. 3/4 circle, that is 1/4 remaining unclosed. So the relation can be written as, applying this relation, phi equals to 270, that is of E equals to 2 lambda by r sin 270 by 2, and 270 by 2, that is of 135, and if you put the sin 135 value, we find that relation. We can find this. So but we can say one more thing. If you remember this relation of 90 degree value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught root 2 lambda by r, you can easily find out this problem, because if you look very closely, this line segment length and this line segment length are equal, and if we think that this circular wire are positively charged, so due to this whole line segment, the electric field at this point will be in this direction, and due to this line segment the value of electric field will be in this direction, and due to this equalness the electric field at point suppose P are equal and in opposite direction. So this electric field and this electric field, rather due to this line segment electric field and due to this line segment the electric field are equal in opposite direction. So this are cancel each other and you remain with only one line segment value making an angle 90 degree, and you have already find out the relation for phi equals to 90 degree, that is of 1/4 circle, and now 3/4 circle reduced to 1/4 circle because of these two cancel each other. Now you can find out, so the value of electric field for phi 90 is equal to the value of electric field phi equals to 270 because of these two cancel each other. Okay, is it okay? I think is it okay? Okay, so move on to the second question. Now the second question is let's see the question. Find the electric field at point P due to the finite wire whose charge density is lambda. So in this figure we have an wire, charged wire, suppose positively charged, and due to this wire we have to find out the electric field at point P, which is at r distance, and the distance is perpendicular distance. That is of, if we draw a perpendicular from point P to on the wire, the OP distance will be r. This is a perpendicular distance. So now P is our point of interest where we wish to find out the electric field, and the distance from the wire is r, and I have already mentioned it. So let from O we take a point at a distance here, and with element dx, small element dx, and now the charge on the dx is lambda dx, because lambda is the charge density, that is the charge per unit length. So on dx length the charge dq is lambda dx. So field at point P due to this dx element will be, according to the definition of electric field, 1/4 pi epsilon naught lambda dx by AP square, because this distance is A to P is AP. Okay, now 1/4 pi epsilon naught lambda dx by x square plus of r square, because of this distance is x and this distance is x, r, that is we have AOP is the right angle triangle and AP is the hypotenuse. So x square plus r square. Now from the triangle AOP, tan theta prime, that is of x by r, where theta prime is the angle we have shown here, that is the angle you can say the angle between OP distance and AP distance, the angle between these two line OP and AP, that is of theta prime, and theta is the distance, that is angle theta is the angle due to the upper portion of the wire and between OP distance. So tan theta prime x by r, so x equals to r tan theta prime, and if we differentiate then dx equals to rx sec square theta d theta prime. Again x square plus r square equals to, if we put the value of x here and r square there is already, so r square then becomes this. Now from equation 1, if we put the value of dx and x square plus r square, then we can find the relation or electric field dE 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda by r d theta prime. Now due to this dx element, the electric field at point P will be in this direction, and if we consider an xy system at point P, this electric field direction have two components. One is sin theta prime in this way, and in this way, that is the cos theta prime, rather in this direction, cos theta prime. And again, if we take another dx element here below the O point, making another angle theta prime, that is of same theta prime here, then due to this dx element, the electric field will be in this direction, and again this electric field direction have also two component, that is of cos theta prime in this way, that is the positive x direction, and sin theta prime in this direction. And we can say this sin theta prime and sin theta prime will cancel each other, and due to this whole where at point P, the electric field will be due to the wholly cos theta prime component. So net electric field at point P due to the cos theta component, that is of theta prime, you can say of electric field dE. So total field theta, that is of E, sorry, not theta, that is of E minus theta to theta dE cos theta prime. Why we choose this limit minus theta to plus theta? Because of, you can say this is in positive direction and it is taken as in negative direction. That is, if we can say this theta is positive and then we have to say this theta is negative. So due to this whole where we have to find the electric field at point P, so the integration limit should be minus theta to plus theta. That means the whole where is covered between these two angles, minus theta to plus theta. So minus theta to plus theta, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught or lambda by r d theta prime and cos theta prime. We can take an outside this form, outside of integral sign, and cos theta prime integration sin theta prime and limit minus theta to plus theta. And after putting this relation, E can be written in this form, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda by r sin theta, where theta, you can see again this theta is this. Okay, so now from case 1, for the infinite where, if we have taken this where to be infinite, then we have to put the value of theta equals to 90, because you can see that suppose you extend this line, you can extend this line, then you can say that theta is increasing. Theta is increasing because this line have to be connected with the upper edge of the where. If we extend this line, this theta will be increasing in this direction, and when it really tends to infinity, then we cannot join this line, rather the theta will be parallel to this line, that is of theta will be 90 degree. That means this line, this joining line will be parallel to this line, that means theta will be 90. So for this infinite where theta 90 and electric field E suman 1, E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda by r, where sin 90 equals to 1. Okay, now case 2. Due to this whole wire arrangement, we have to find out the relation or find out the electric field at point P due to this whole wire arrangement. So we can easily say that this wire and this wire cancel each other, because this wire, for this wire the electric field in this way, and for this wire electric field in this way, and the distance between distance from this wire at point P is same. So electric field due to this wire and due to this wire is same, and electric field will same and again equally opposite direction. So at point P, due to this wire and due to this wire cancel each other. Now so we have left, so the electric field due to this whole arrangement will be solely depend on this wire. So electric field 1/4πε0 2 lambda by r cos theta. So if you are wondering why cos theta is come here, then we can say, or I can say that where in this figure you can closely observe that theta will be the angle between the line joining where we wanted to find out the electric field and the wire element for which we have found the electric field at point P. The theta will be that angle, and here the theta is not the angle between where we want to find due to this wire. If we say that theta will be here, then we can say that cos theta will be replaced by sin theta. But the theta is not given in this position here. Theta is given in this position. So this angle will be 90 minus theta. So if we put in this relation theta sine of 90 minus theta, then sin theta easily can be written as cos theta. So electric field E will be 1/4πε0 2 lambda by r cos theta. So I can say that you have to remember this value E 1/4πε0 2 lambda by r into sin theta. So if you can remember this formula, then the problem can easily be solved. And at the same time you have to also remember where the theta is actually situated. Okay? You can be confused in this position theta and for this position theta. If we have the theta in this angle, then cos theta will be replaced by sin theta, but theta is actually not given here, theta is given actually here. So cos sin theta will not come in this place, is cos theta have come. Okay, rather has come. Okay, so moving on to the next question. In an electric field of 10 to the power 6 9 Newton per coulomb, when an electron is placed, the electron starts to move with an acceleration a, and after time t, velocity of that electron is 0.1 c, that is c is the speed of light in vacuum, and then find the acceleration and the time t. So we can easily solve this question, and this is very simple question. So when an electron is placed in a uniform electric field, the force equation Ma is QE. Ma equals to QE. We know when an electric field is of value E and charge Q is placed in that electric field, according to the Coulomb's law, the force acting on that charge is QE, and due to this charge QE, or due to this force QE, the charge move along the electric field direction or opposite direction. So for the proton or electron case, so we neglect this case, so we can say that the electron move in the field direction, so we can say that electron is moving in opposite direction of electric field. ठीक. So due to this force, electron also starts to move with an acceleration a, and according to Newton's law, the motion or the force required to move for an particle with with acceleration a of mass a, then the force will be written as in this form ma. So now we can easily equate ma equals to qe. So a can be written as qe divided by m, and the value of electron, the value of charge of that electron is 1.6 into 10 to minus 19, and the value of electric field is given here, and we can put the value of electric field in this way, and the mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31, and after that calculation we can find out the relation. We can find out the value of acceleration a is 1.76 into 10 to the 17 meter per second square. Now we know again, to find out the value of t, we know a relation v equals to at, rather v equals to u plus at, but initial velocity is u equals to 0, so we can easily write v equals to at. So here the value is given, the velocity is 0.1 c, and c is the speed of light. You know that value. So t equals to v by a, and you can put the value of v 0.1 into 3 into 10 to the power 8, but 3 is written in the right position, rather left. So 1.76, the value calculated here for acceleration a is putting here, and t is value this. Okay, it's very easily, you can show it again, you can see it again. Okay, next. So two charges, that is of two like charges, are situated at rest of distance between them is 2d. Now a point charge of q and mass is capital M is placed exactly at the midpoint. If q charge is displaced x distance where x is much less than d, then it starts to perform a SH motion. Now find the time period. Okay, so according to the first figure, we consider two like charges as plus q, and the distance between this plus q is 2d, and between these two charges we have placed, according to a question, that is of mass m and charge q exactly at midpoint. You can see it. Now according to the second figure, if we move this q to the right side by a distance of x, then you can understand in this way that this q charge is close to this q charge and is very far away from this q charge. So the effect on this q charge is solely due to this charge, or the domination comes from this charge. And these two charges are like charges, and we have chosen that these two charges are of plus positive characteristics, and this charge is also positive characteristics. So when q is move towards x distance towards this charge, this q will repel this q, will repel this q, and this q also repel this q, and so force on this q due to these two Q's we can retain here. So according to the second figure, the net force acting on Q is F according to Coulomb's law 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught QQ by R square. So distance is 2d and exactly midpoint. So from that, this distance is d and this distance is d, and if the Q moves x distance, so this distance will be d minus x. So the force between these two charges will be depend on this distance d minus x. Okay, so we have written this d minus x, and this force direction is on in this way or in this direction, and due to this plus Q, the force on this Q will be in this direction. Okay, so the force is opposite direction, so the net force will be subtraction. So QQ by d plus x square, due to this Q and this Q, the force between them can be written in this form. So calculation can be shown in this way: 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and QQ taken outside of this bracket, and this can be written as, if you do the LCM, you can find that 4dx will come due to this, and due to this d square minus x square whole square. So QQ 4dx by d to the power 4. According to the question, d is much greater than of x, because here is given. So we can neglect this x value, that is d to the power 4. So it is d cube, 1 d is cancelled. Now that is of d cube. Now this force can be written as m into acceleration a, because this force acting on that particular Q and is of mass of capital M. So the force on this small q, on this small q, the force is according to Newton's law ma, where a is the acceleration, and a can be written in this form because m is taken right side of this equal sign, so it can be divided. It is the division, it comes in the denominator. So m comes in the denominator. Okay, so a 4 cancel each other, so a is written in this form. And we know from class 11 the relation or the equation of SHM can be written as a equals to omega square x, where we have applied the mod sign because of neglect the minus sign, that is of a is proportional to x. So from this, if we compare these two relation, we can easily take this value as omega square. Okay, so in the next page we have written omega is in this fashion, and we know omega can be written as 2 pi by t, where t is the total time period or the total time period, so that is the period of oscillations, and this t can be written as in this form. So this is your final answer. Okay, so this is very important. This is very important in NEET, JEE or IIT, any kind of any examination or any board level examinations. Okay, so moving towards the next question. The volume charge density of a charged sphere that is of radius r is rho equals to kr, where r is less than r. That means this distance r is inside the sphere of radius r. Okay, where K is a constant, so find the electric field on the surface, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. So we have to find out the electric field on the surface of radius r sphere. Okay, now the volume of the elementary section is 4 pi r square dr. Now this outer sphere is of radius r, capital R, this of capital R, and we consider a small sphere of radius r inside this big sphere, and we consider and dr is elementary section. So the volume of this elementary section is 4 pi r square dr. So charge on this elementary section is 4 pi r square dr into rho, because rho is the charge density, that is of rho is the charge per unit volume. So total volume is 4 pi r square dr. So the charge on this elementary section is 4 pi r square dr into rho, and we know the value of rho r is equals to kr. So we have put the value of rho is kr, and that dq can be written as 4 pi k r cube dr. So this dq is the elementary charge on this elementary section dr. Okay, so total charge of that sphere of radius capital R, that means if we integrate from 0 to capital R, we can find the total charge inside this bigger sphere. Okay, so the integration limit will be 0 to r, so 4 pi k r cube dr, and you know the integration of r cube is r to the power 4 by 4, and put the integration limit here in this fashion. And if we solve the integration, then we have the relation like this, pi k r to the power 4. This is a total charge q inside the big R, that is of capital R sphere. Okay, so now according to the Gauss law, phi is closed surface integral E dot ds q by epsilon naught, where q is the total charge inside the any closed cavity, that is of closed charge, that is a closed charge. You can written as q enclosed, that is the charge enclosed by any closed surface. Okay, so you know the properties of Gaussian surface, and then E can be taken out of this integral form, that is of E closed surface integral ds, and we have already find the value of q, pi k r to the power 4, and if we put the value of q here, and epsilon naught is there also, so E and the whole value of this integration is 4 pi r square, because of value of surface this capital R sphere is 4 pi r square. This is we know that. So 4 pi r square, pi k r to the power 4 by epsilon naught, and simple calculation leads to the ultimate result. So this is your final answer. So due to this whole arrangement where charge density is like this and R is inside any point of this bigger or capital R sphere, then electric field on that surface will be this. So we have to end this class till here. So keep watching my channel. Till then, bye.